oh, oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and hanging out with me for another video. So today's video is a super special Christmas video that is in collaboration with the lovely people at Balsam Hill, Australia, and it is all about finding the perfect Christmas tree. So back in September, I started researching and looking for the perfect Christmas tree. In previous years, I've only ever had a little tabletop Christmas tree, which is absolutely beautiful, but it is so tiny. And my kids have been asking for the last few years, Mum, can we please get a bigger Christmas tree that you can actually put Christmas presents under? And so this year I thought, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a real Christmas tree. So I got together basically a wish list and a criteria of all the things that I was looking for. So one, it had to be really good quality. It had to have a really realistic appearance, so not a really fake looking tree, really realistic, as lifelike and realistic as possible. I really wanted one that was pre-lit. So when I was growing up, I was put in charge of putting up the Christmas tree every year and decorating it. So while I absolutely love this job, I love decorating the tree, the thing that I really didn't like is doing the Christmas lights. So they'd always be in a tangled mess. You'd have to untangle them, spend so long untangling them, and then trying to get them on the tree so that they looked nice. It was probably the most time consuming and biggest challenge. So I was definitely looking for a tree that came pre-lit. I wanted to look for a really good quality one. So nothing that was on the budget side of the spectrum. I wanted one that was going to last for years and that came back with a really good guarantee. So I was online researching, came across Balsam Hill, Australia. I had heard about them online from other YouTubers here in Australia. So I was already kind of familiar with them and it had stuck in my mind, and I was like, yes, I'm definitely going to check them out as an option. So I went on their website and I was just literally, the first tree that I looked at, I was like sold, and I was like, yes, I definitely want a Balsam Hill tree. So many great reviews online. If you go online, you will see there are literally hundreds of really positive reviews. Everything from the quality of the product, so the quality of the trees, how lifelike and realistic they look, the excellent customer service, the packaging, the storage items that come with the purchase price, and then all the extras that are also included with the purchase price of the tree, which I'll show you a little bit later. Now, because there are so many to choose from on the Balsam Hill website, I was a little bit unsure. They have got a great buying guide. You can check the height, obviously, of the tree, but also how wide it is. So what is the circumference of the base of the tree? Because that's definitely something that you need to pay attention to, especially if you've got like a limited space where it's actually going to fit. So not only the height, but also the width and where you can actually put it. So I had a ton of questions, and Selena from Balsam Hill, who I was talking with back and forth on the internet, she was absolutely perfect. She was so helpful. She answered all of my questions, and I had a ton of questions. So I was like, well, the ceiling height is this high, but the space that I've got to put it like on the ground floor space is only this high. And I said, I've kind of like the look of this tree, but I'm not sure if it's going to fit this space. And she said, no, based on the size and the dimensions that you've given me, I would recommend either this one, or this one. So then I went back on and I had a look through, and thankfully she was able to give me that expert advice, because if I picked the one that I initially wanted, 100% I'm sure that when it comes time to put it up, it definitely wouldn't have fit the space. I'm very thankful that they have such experienced staff on hand to be able to answer all your questions honestly and really help you choose the tree that is going to fit your taste and your space. So let's have a look through at the tree that I chose. It's the Norway spruce. It's 240 centimeter pre-lit, and I will chat you through all of the things that I absolutely love about this tree. Okay, now just bear in mind, if you are a follower of my channel, you'll know that I am moving in 2 weeks' time. So at the end of November, I'm actually moving house. So while I have popped it up now, I'm not going to finish decorating it until obviously we move house. So I've popped it up now just to show you what it looks like. And I've started all of the fluffing, and I'll explain to you what that's all about as we have a look at it. But I'm just going to leave it decorated at this very minimal stage until we are moved into the new place. And at that time, I will share another video on how I go about actually fluffing the tree to its full capacity and then decorating it, of course, with all of the beautiful decorations. I just really wanted to dedicate this video to sharing with you what my thoughts are on the Balsam Hill Christmas tree range, and just to generally review the product. Spoiler alert, I absolutely love the tree. It is just so beautiful. I literally just spend all my days looking at it. and I'm like, I can't wait until it gets dark so that I can turn the lights on. And in fact, even when it's still daylight, I will also put the lights on because it just looks so pretty. Even when it's daylight, when the lights are on the Christmas tree like they are behind, they just look too pretty. And I'm often just like catch myself just looking at it and like, oh, it's just such a pretty tree. It's so beautiful. So this tree was gifted to me by Balsam Hill. It is actually an amazing coincidence because I think a day or two after I went on, and I spent hours, I went on that website and you just go down a Christmas rabbit hole. It's so incredible. You like every tree, you're like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful tree I've ever seen in my life. And then you'll click on the next one and it's like, oh my gosh, it got even better. And all of their decorations are just so gorgeous. I'm gonna say they only stock the really good quality. So the price point is a little bit on the higher side. Obviously you can get very, very budget basic trees, but like everything in life, you get what you pay for. And I'm gonna point out some of the really great things that I love about this tree that just sets them in a class above and beyond what you can get for a cheaper price. So let's go and have a little look at the Christmas tree. All right, so I just wanted to bring you in a little bit closer so that you can see, and I will bring you like right in close up. So when you do obviously receive the Christmas tree for the first time, it is all bundled up and tied together as close to the trunk as it possibly can, obviously for packaging and delivery purposes. You do need to spend quite a bit of time on the first instance when you very first put it up for the first time, just really fluffing the branches and really taking the time to separate each branch, each twig, just to fluff it out and make it look as lifelike and realistic as possible. So I watched an instructional video that's on YouTube that you can see. The first time is the most time consuming because you are starting from a completely flat packed tree. So once you pack it up for years to come, it is much easier because a lot of the individual stems and leaves will keep that shape that you've fluffed, and then you just need to tweak it a little bit. So while it is a little bit time consuming the first time, it is completely and utterly worth it. You want to make sure that you go through and you want to touch and fluff absolutely every stem, every leaf, every twig, every branch, and they tell you exactly how to do it in that guide, just so that it looks as fluffy and full and as lifelike as possible. And then they show you one that is not fluffed at all. They've got some pictures of ones which are, you know, incorrectly fluffed or not fluffed to the full fluffing potential, and then they've got pictures of what it looks like when it is fluffed correctly. So there is quite a difference from when you first put it up to when you have completely fluffed it. And I think I've done a pretty good job from the bottom up to about here. But as I mentioned, I am going to be moving, so I'm going to be dismantling the tree, moving it and putting it up in our new home. So I'm not going to be spending too much time doing the final fluffing. I'm going to leave that to when I actually put it up for good in our new place. You can definitely see the difference in the appearance of the tree and how lifelike and how great it looks when you do spend that time really fluffing it and making it look as best it can. So the way that you can tell if it's fluffed or not is if you can see through the branches. So see here, for instance, there's nothing that you can see through. You can't really see through the tree. But if we move up a little bit where I haven't finished fluffing it so much, like see here, you can kind of see gaps in the tree. So that is where I'm going to have to spend time once I obviously take all the ornaments off and then dismantle it, put it back up in the new house. That's where I would spend some time just fluffing in to fill those gaps. But it is honestly so pretty. It is beautiful, and I am beyond happy with how it looks. Honestly, I just look at it and it just makes me smile because it's so pretty. And I'm like, oh gosh, I wish I had bought a big Christmas tree for all those Christmases when my kids were little kids. But they're still going to have lots of family Christmases to be able to enjoy this beautiful tree.
And I lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning,
get a little close up on some of the decorations. Like, they are gorgeous. I saw them obviously on the website. And again, I was asking Selena, she was the lovely lady from Balsam Hill who was answering my thousands of questions and helping me out with every choice that I had to make, not only for the tree but also for the decorations. And so she gave me heaps of advice. And then when I opened the box, I was like, oh yeah, they look really nice. But it's not actually until you take them out of the packaging, obviously, and then pop them on the tree that they look so stunning. And they're really so big. So some of them in the mixed set, these are the bigger ones. So they are like a whole handful. And these are the burnished metal ornament set, which I will have linked below. And they just look absolutely beautiful. And to be honest, I quite like how the tree looks just with this one set of ornaments. And if you were, really happy to go with a kind of a minimalistic looking Christmas tree, you could definitely get away with just having the one set of ornaments on there. It looks so beautiful. Now, the one thing that I always do with my Christmas decorations, and I haven't done it yet because as I've mentioned before, we are moving, is I usually replace Christmas string that comes with them. I will usually remove that and replace it with some Christmas ribbon. That is huge. Goodness gracious, I cannot literally get over how big it is. It is enormous. But that's okay because we've got the ceiling height here, thankfully. There's a little bit of extra room in the ceiling height. I just wanted to put it up and make sure that there was just to get a gauge of exactly how big it is, because you can always, measure, but you can't really visualize how much space it's going to take. I just wanted to open up this box of ornaments and just see what is in it, how many are in it, just to get an idea of what I'm going to have to get to obviously fill the tree up with ornaments, because it's a big tree. That means it's going to need a lot of ornaments and decorations if you want to fill it. I mean, sometimes trees do look nice with less decorations, but there's also ways that you can fill it up using bows and ribbons and things like that. So yeah, let's get this opened and have a look. I'm really excited to see what's inside.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, the storm is on its way, but as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything.
Okay, so you would have seen from the unboxing section the packaging in the box that the tree was delivered in. The packaging was incredible. It was so well packaged. All the individual pieces of the tree, so the tree comes in 3 pieces, dismantled obviously and packed into a really nicely packed box. All the branches are all tied securely in all of the individual pieces. The tree arrived in absolutely perfect condition, and then included also in the purchase price is a really heavy duty, super big storage bag. So I think this is absolutely essential. If you have got a really nice quality tree, you obviously want to store it and look after it, and the fact that they supply this really high quality storage bag is a great bonus. So in fact, when I first got the tree, I put it up just quickly just to double check and confirm that it definitely fit in the height of the ceiling space. And I had a couple of places in mind that I was going to put it. So I just wanted to kind of eyeball it and see where I thought it would fit the best. And as you can see, I've popped it in the corner. One, because it's right by a window, and I love at Christmas time when I look out in the city or I look out at the neighbours and you can see the Christmas lights twinkling through the windows. I really love that, so I wanted to definitely put that in my window. And also because it's the spot where you can kind of see it the most. And I mean, if you've only got your Christmas tree up for 1 or 2 months in the year, you want to make the most of it. And I definitely want to be able to see the Christmas tree the most I can from every spot in the house. And this spot is definitely somewhere where I can see it. So you can see the tree from when you're in the kitchen or the dining room, in the living room, obviously. And when you come through the hallway into the open plan living room, it is the first thing that you see. And I absolutely love that. So I'm definitely getting into Christmas mode a little bit earlier than usual, but just to make sure I had this video up to share with you guys. If you are in the market or looking for a Christmas tree, definitely check out the Balsam Hill website. So this is mine from Balsam Hill, Australia, of course. There's Balsam Hill that is available also in the States. I follow both Balsam Hill, the US site, and the Australian site on Instagram. It is great. You cannot get too much Christmas inspiration, in my opinion. They also advertise all the sales that they've got, and every time they've got a sale on, they will advertise that on Instagram. So if you are in the market for a Christmas tree and you do want to take advantage of any sales that they have leading up to Christmas, definitely follow them on Instagram and jump onto their website and have a little look. And I will have this tree and all of their buying guides. So they have got a really comprehensive buying guide that will help you a ton in choosing the perfect Christmas tree for your space. So to suit your taste and to fit your space. So that's the 2 key things that you need to consider. Not just what you want to look, but what is going to actually fit in the space and the size in your home that you've got to put your Christmas tree. So I will leave the buying guide and the links to the website, the direct link to the tree that I've got, and also to the decorations and ornament set that I was also very kindly gifted in the description box below. So if you want to check those out, definitely jump on now, because now's the time. If you are looking to get a Christmas tree in time for Christmas this year, definitely jump on and have a look, see what's available, check out the sales and specials, and you will still have time to order in time for delivery before Christmas if you jump on and have a look now. Just quickly, some of the other things that are also included with the tree, included in the purchase price, is also this little kit that comes with the tree. It comes with 2 sets of gloves, and you wear these when you are assembling the tree, and definitely when you are fluffing and working with the needles, the branches and the needles to fluff the tree. These are definitely a must-have to wear, just to keep your hands protected, obviously from the spikes of the needles. And then inside this little pack, you have the ribbon that the tree is secured with and tied with when it is delivered. And this is really good, and to keep it tied up so that you can just work layer by layer and fluff and keep the rest tied up and out of the way so they don't interfere with you as you're fluffing the bottom layers. You also get a pack of replacement light bulbs, so that is great, along with some spares and some tools to help you if you need to replace any parts, some spare light clips, and also some spare rubber feet for the base of the tree.
The difference this time is that ever since July.
Now, putting up the tree, I was really impressed with the quality. It is really super sturdy. The base is very strong, it's very stable. the trunk of the tree, it is super sturdy, and then it supports obviously all of the branches as they fall out down and held into place. It's really well put together. Now definitely this tree is an absolute quality item. Everything about it just feels such good quality. The thing that I also liked about it is when I put the tree together, there was absolutely no mess underneath. And again, when I mentioned that I used to put our Christmas tree up when I was growing up, I can always remember that there would always be a horrible mess of all of the tinselly material that the tree was made of. Now we certainly didn't have a tree like this when I was growing up. It was probably a higher end quality tree, but it still dropped an incredible amount of like the tinsel material, like I said, that the tree was made out of, and it made a really big mess. And obviously as that tinsel or whatever the tree is made out of, those cheaper trees are made out of, as that falls and makes a mess on the ground, you're losing, you know, the bulk of your Christmas tree. So it is going to be looking barer and barer each year. When I put this one up, there was literally 2 little pieces of green that fell from the inside pieces of the tree, and that was it. Now obviously when you do have a cleaning channel, that is going to be one of the considerations that I'm looking at when I'm choosing a Christmas tree or when I'm recommending a Christmas tree, and that is how much mess it makes. And this one, it literally dropped, like I said, 1 or 2 tiny pieces, and I think I accidentally broke off a couple of the tips of the twigs just as I was fluffing them. Maybe I was being too overzealous with my fluffing, but it honestly, it was so good and no mess. Like I've been through Target and Kmart, David Jones, Maya, looking at all different Christmas trees at all different price points. And one thing I'll do is sometimes you'll touch the branches of the Christmas tree to see how they feel. And sometimes, especially flocked Christmas trees, they just drop so much mess down the bottom. And you can see in the displays where they're set up within the department stores, you can see underneath all of the material that the Christmas tree is made out of has dropped and is on the floor underneath those displays. So that is an indication of the quality level of this tree, and that it is going to last, and it is going to be a tree that you can keep and enjoy for many years to come.
Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree, and I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come.
So guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing, first impressions and review of this beautiful Balsam Hill Christmas tree. As I mentioned, this product was gifted to me for consideration, but in all honesty, a few days before I was contacted by Balsam Hill, I was legitimately, literally on their website looking and researching for a Christmas tree to purchase. So I 100% would recommend them. They're a fabulous company to deal with. Their customer service is excellent, absolute second to none, and I think that is a really important part when you are looking for a Christmas tree. Not only the quality, but also the guarantee that they have. They have an incredible guarantee on their products, so you can purchase with peace of mind. They do have a lot of really good sales on quite regularly. I know when I was looking back in September, they were having a really big sale, and they do consistently have products that are on sale in their sales section. So if you are looking for a Christmas tree, you're looking to invest in a really quality piece that you will have for many years to come, I'd never recommend or promote anything on my channel that I would not be willing to purchase with my own money, and I can 100% say wholeheartedly that I would be more than willing to purchase this Christmas tree. It is absolutely beautiful. The quality is second to none, and I'm really so happy with how it looks. My kids were so blown away. They came in and they were like, wow. Now, because I don't have my little home office set up here, I now work over on the dining table. I've set up my workstation so that I'm facing the Christmas tree, so that whenever I look up and I just see this beautiful Christmas tree looking back at me. It is absolutely stunning. I am so happy with it. Definitely can recommend them 100%. And if you are looking for a Christmas tree, 100% definitely go check out their website. Follow them on Instagram, even for just some inspiration on Christmas decorations. Even if you do have a Christmas tree, if you're in the market for a few new decorations, the ornament sets are beautiful, and I'm sure that all of their other decorations and all their other products, like the wreaths, the garlands, pre-lit garlands, they look incredible. So I'm sure that same Balsam Hill quality will be across all the products that they sell, and just the customer service that they provide is exceptional. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you are interested in seeing more Christmas content, which hint hint is coming your way whether you like it or not. I am making the absolute most of Christmas this year. I think that we could all use the most Christmas cheer that we could possibly get. I know this year has been a challenging year. It's been interesting. So I, for one, am going to make the absolute most of Christmas this year. So there is a ton of Christmas decorate with me shopping, Christmas decoration haul, and maybe even some Christmas vlogmas coming your way. Have a fabulous week, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.
And to see you again, baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the